My name is Derek King. I'm on YouTube as KingFish. This is my contest entry for Jay Wilson and Your Fish Stuff. Why did my catastrophe actually happen one day prior to you putting out this contest on October 13th? I actually just did a simple water change, went to my kids' football game, and came back home. And I think there was a nitrite spike or something because I actually lost 7 fish just one day prior to this contest. It was I had a lot of trepidation after that. I could be totally honest with you, because I'm not 100% sure what happened. I mean, there were a couple of fish gasping at the top. There were some down at the bottom listless. Like I said, there were 7 of them actually dead. And the horrible thing is I just got 4 of them 4 days prior to that actually happening. And I remember, when I got home, I just panicked. I started dumping prime in there. I think it was a nitrite spike because I didn't really do anything else different, and my ammonia was absolutely fine. I know, Jay, from watching your video and seeing it along a couple months back, where you came home, you lost 26 fish. I had a lot of trepidation even about doing a water change today. For 4 days after that, this is in my home office, I kept coming home thinking that my fish would be dead. And every time I opened my office door, I kept thinking that my fish would be dead, and there was a lot of anxiety over it. But what kept me through it is kind of a commitment to this hobby. I mean, these are African cichlids, mostly haps and peacocks. There's 13 of them in there. There were 20. But African cichlids live like dogs. I mean, they live 10 to 12 years, and they're giving to me, and all of the things that fish do in terms of stress, helping out stress. I know you had your bouts with PTSD and those type of things. And as a veteran myself, I mean, I've had plenty of issues with stress, and I'm a high school principal, and I have a pretty stressful job. But these fish give to me, and I owe it to them to take care of them to the best of my ability. But I can tell you, even today, I refuse to do a water change until I could be home with the fish. I've been looking at these fish for the last 5 hours, on and off, just worried because I did a water change today. And I didn't do much different. I have another tank over there where it's a little cloudy because the fluid filter medium hasn't quite dissolved in there yet. But, thank you to Jay, thank you to Your Fish Stuff for putting out this contest. But I'm just as committed to these fish and trying to give them a healthy life, and they're giving back to me in their beauty. My wife and I sit and we look at this tank and we look at the other tank, and I put a lot of energy in it, just like everyone else does. With their tanks and all the effort and everything that you're doing and the cost of the fish, and it's not cheap and those type of things. But I'm committed to this hobby. I'm committed to taking care of these fish to the best of my ability. I'm thankful that I have the opportunity to have a beautiful fish tank. I mean, I grew up and I couldn't afford anything like this when I was growing up. My intent is actually to get a larger tank. To go up to 125 or 180 gallon tank, but I'm committed to doing this. I mean, that's why I chose fish with long lifespans and beautiful tropical fish, like cichlids that come in a variety of colors and 2,000 different species. But, like I said, I had a lot of anxiety after that actually happened. And it was one day prior to your contest. And this is actually the first contest I've ever entered, and I had decided, to just deal with it and try to take care of them, and maybe you can help me out with something, because I'm not quite sure what happened. The only other thing that's different, you see that bubbler right there, I cut it off, but I have a lot of surface agitation, so I didn't think I really needed it. But they were gasping for air at the top, and then some of them, like I said, 7 of them were dead at the bottom, and other ones are just sitting there listless. But thankfully, I thank God that these made it, and I intend to restock and get more. But I'm committed to this hobby. I'm thankful for all the data I've read about stress and fish helping out, stress in your life, and it's proven true. I sit here, I look at this tank for hours on end, and I look at the other tank for hours on end. But, I'm committed to fish just like they're given to me. I'm trying to give back to them and do my best to provide a healthy environment for them. But again, thank you, Jay, for putting out this contest. Thank you, Your Fish Stuff, for sponsoring it. My name is Derek King, on YouTube as KingFish. Thank you. You guys enjoy yourself, and good luck to everyone.